Hi, welcome back. We move on to part 3 of the short story Fake or Messiah. And did you notice the television company only presents views from the people outside the studio that are negative towards Jesus? Obviously nowadays we're well used to the biased views from our broadcasters. But on the other side, inside the studio, both sides are still determined to be heard. So, once again, we go back to the television studio in Jerusalem, just as the presenter walks over to address the camera. It seems as if so far the votes in Capernaum have swung behind Jesus of Nazareth. But there is still plenty of time for you to vote on whether you think Jesus of Nazareth was a fake or the Messiah. Now, on social media, Simon of Galilee says on Facebook, "Great story about the withered hand. Give us a wave with that beautiful hand of yours." One half of the studio laughs out loud as the man in the front row waves his right hand to the camera, while on the other side they all sit in stony silence. That is, except for one scribe who just smiles. The scribe has noticed a man sitting on the back row. The man has just sat quietly, not joining in with the laughter or the shouting as people were thrown out of the studio. He seems really familiar, yet the scribe cannot recall where he's seen the man. Now this is very unusual because he prides himself on remembering both names and faces. No doubt it will come back to him in time. As he's pondering on this, the scribe is brought back to the present by the compere. As he says, we will now be going to a commercial break. And when we return, we will ask the question, what happened to the body of Jesus of Nazareth following his crucifixion? Why don't you stay tuned? We'll be back in just 4 minutes. Now, the studio is filled with excited chatter. The next segment is going to be crucial for each side of the argument. The expert side do look quietly confident, and there's a lot of nodding going on as they discuss their next move. Even the Sadducees seem to be agreeing with what one of the Pharisees is saying. The scribe isn't really taking part in any of that. He's still trying to place in his memory the man on the back row who is still not joining in with any of the conversations that are going on around him. Over in the room in Jerusalem, the leader of the 4 men is beginning to get worried about their friend Stephen. He really should have been here by now. Jude is sure that he spotted the scribe sitting right on the end of the second row. Studio, 20 seconds to go. We've got 10 seconds to going live. Cue music. 5, 4, 3, 2, cue applause. We are live. Welcome back to Jesus of Nazareth, Fake or the Messiah. In the studio, we have people on both sides of the argument. We have a team of experts on the scriptures, and we have a group of people who have received healing from Jesus of Nazareth, and they claim and believe that he is the Messiah. We are, as always, carrying out a vote on what you, the people out there in the Holy Land, think. The details are at the bottom of your screen. And I remind you that if you're calling from someone else's phone, please get the bill payer's permission before making your vote. Now, I have the very latest voting figures that are just coming in area by area. And they are as follows. Jerusalem, 51% fake, 49% Messiah. In Capernaum, it's 28% fake, 72% Messiah. Nazareth are 75% fake, 25% Messiah. And for Galilee, we've got a split vote of 50% for both sides of the argument. For other areas, log on to our website, which is shown on your screens now. Or you can go to our app on your smartphones. So let's go back to our debate, and we asked the question, what happened to the body of Jesus of Nazareth after his crucifixion? Because I think we all agree that this is a crucial question. A Pharisee who had not spoken so far stands and addresses the studio. I don't think we will ever know unless his followers tell us where they buried the body of their leader. We know the guards who were guarding the tomb have told us that his body was stolen by the followers. Let's face it, the guards had no reason to lie about it. What would they gain from making up some story and hiding the truth from the authorities? Probably to save their own neck and to make money from you lot. Everybody was so engrossed in what the Pharisee had been saying, nobody could say for sure who had called out. So the compere says, please do not call out like that. Everybody will get their chance to speak. The atmosphere in the studio is getting noticeably more tense as the debate moves onto this crucial stage. The Pharisees and the other experts were sure that they had the winning arguments. And although they had in fact bribed the guards to lie about the body of Jesus, nobody could prove that they had done it. So they were confident. The scribe looked across to the people on the other side of the studio, and once again in particular the man that he had recognised. The man in question seemed a bit distracted, as if he was making up his mind whether he should talk or not. And at that point we finish part 3. Please join me next time for part 4 of our story, Fake or Messiah. Goodbye and God bless.